Okay, here's I can show the exhaust. This tube is severely rusted, and there's some holes already forming in it. Yeah, of course, that's where it goes up to there's the turbo up there, then that little flexible section, which is horribly rusted. So I just want to replace all this. Anyway, it runs down, curves a little bit, and it's rusted really bad there. I've got an exhaust leak there already. But after the curb, here's the interesting part. It goes off to this left one and this right one. I don't know what these things are. But then after that, it continues back and dumps out the back. So I don't know if these strange things, I don't know what they do, but anyway, there's the entire exhaust. That's what it looks like. It's got a little light up here. It comes from the engine, curves, then it attaches here, comes back, and then dumps out the muffler. And just every little, connection point is terribly rusted. This pipe isn't rusted bad yet, but every point where the pipes join to another pipe, holes are starting to form, and this needs to be replaced. So the car is a 1985 300 SD, and it's in incredible condition, except for just some the rotted exhaust, and that's really it. Anyway, there you go. Thanks. Alright guys, so you can see I have the exhaust off of the 1985 300 SD, and over here I have two exhausts. So here's the original. That's not black, that's rust. And you can see how it's starting to rust through here at the connector. I saw that the other day, so I found a parts car in a salvage yard. Turns out the parts car had a stainless steel Anza downpipe on it. So I got lucky because I got the complete exhaust for $100. So this stainless steel piece is really nice. And here's the original exhaust, Mercedes exhaust from the car. I tried to do some grinding here, and you can see it's just very pitted. This steel is still solid though. And here's the Anza exhaust. I went through here with a grinder just to take off some of the paint. Looks like somebody painted it, and there's beautiful, perfectly non-pitted steel under here. Here's a good spot. I hit it real hard with the grinder and knocked off this paint, and it's just beautiful, no rust. However, whoever put this on the parts car at the salvage yard, they kept the original Mercedes muffler, and I checked this, and it's not rusted, but I did see rust right there. See that rust hole? And rust right here. And that's probably from condensation collecting in that area. So I'm trying to decide if I just want to throw some JB Weld on those little holes right there and use this entire piece, or here's the original one off my car. I don't see any rust here. Maybe sand this all down, clean it up, and paint it, and put it back in the car with the stainless steel downpipe. Definitely not using that downpipe. That thing's nasty and it's rotting at the end. But this back end part might be salvageable. Looks like the back end is pretty nice. Right here it's pretty rusted, so I'm gonna get some paint. I've sanded this one down, this was in great shape. Really the difference between the aftermarket Anza and the Mercedes, these are the original Mercedes resonators. You see how they're thin and they kind of slant down, and this exhaust is upside down right now, but there's a little V right there. That little V is yeah, I don't know, there's a little V right there, and these are a little skinnier. So the Anza, they're just you know, the same size, and they appear to be a little thicker, and there's not really a V right there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this fits up in the car. Here's the connector piece that connects the downpipe to the back half of the exhaust. The one off my car was in very good condition. It wasn't rotted. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Yeah, it wasn't rotted out. I hit it with the wire brush. So this is what you know, you can put this right here, and it connects the downpipe. Whoops! It connects the downpipe to the back half of the exhaust, and these clamps go around it and squeeze it together. So it makes a great, you know, a really good seal. That's the point of that. So anyway, I'm gonna get some paint. I might go with just the entire Anza, because I really hate the pitting and the rust on here, and even though that's the original Mercedes, maybe I'll clean it up and paint it. I don't know. I gotta figure out if I'm using this one or this one. But really got lucky with this beautiful downpipe here. That stainless steel. You know, $100 for that whole exhaust. That was a score. Okay, so I painted the Anza exhaust. I got off the parts car. Well, I primed it. You can see, you know, there's no pitting or rust. These pipes are just in good condition. There was a little bitty hole there. You can see where I JB welded. You know, that'll never come off. I also hear a little bit of rust in the muffler. If I lift it, you know, turn it up and down and sideways, I can hear it moving around in there. Really, I guess that doesn't matter ultimately. So also tried to clean up the original exhaust. You can see where I've primed it here, but there's just a lot of pitting. This first pipe here just had a lot more corrosion. Yeah, you can see here's what it looked like, you know, prior to cleaning it up. So, and there's the stainless steel one I got. So that one's definitely going on. Because I was debating using this exhaust. You can see where I grinded these resonators. These are in excellent condition, original Mercedes resonators, and I grinded down here with the wire brush. There's no rust holes, none back here either. Checked all these spots, but it's the pitting. This metal is pretty chewed up, so I think I'm just going to put the Anza exhaust back on. I'll just prime this and set it out of the way. I wish the muffler was in a little better condition like this one. I could cut this one off and weld it onto here, but not too worried about it. So we'll see how this fits. I'll go ahead and paint it up. I'm going to do the mufflers black and the exhaust pipe like a cast aluminum color. Okay, I've got it painted just like the factory. The factory actually didn't paint it, but all of this from the factory was silver colored, the resonators and the pipe, but the exhaust was black and the pipes were black, the exhaust pipe. So I painted it all silver. Originally I had the resonators black, but I realized from the factory they were silver, or just metal colored. So, and then I painted the muffler black. So I've just got to flip it and put one more coat on the other side, and then I'm gonna hang it up in the car. I didn't want to paint this stainless steel pipe just because, you know, it looks so cool being stainless steel. So I'm not gonna paint this guy. And I did paint the little, you know, flanges that bolt up to the turbo, and this flange that bolts to the back half of the exhaust. And I got some new hardware for the exhaust to connect the two together. And here's the little piece that slips right in here and connects the two halves together. I went ahead and just hit a coat of paint on that because it was rusty, but wire brushed it off. Anyway, we're getting close. I'm going to go just put this downpipe on the car, and then we'll get this up on the car. Alright, I've got the downpipe temporarily up here. Let's see if you can see it here. Yeah, there we go. And I've just got one of the rusty old nuts right there holding the flange on. I've ordered some new copper nuts to put up there, but much better to not have a rusted downpipe. I also cleaned up the bracket and painted it, and I also tapped these holes, or drilled these holes right here out to 3/8 inch, because I just went over to the hardware store and grabbed a 3/8 U-bolt. Here's the original one that was on it, and you know, that's just nasty and rusted. So I'm going to throw this 3/8 on there. Hopefully I can. It's a little bit thicker, so hopefully I can get around the stainless steel downpipe. Let's see, these were some spacers that were on there from the factory, but yeah, let me see if I can put this on. Alright, now we have a new U-bolt on there, and it really helps to put some washers in between the U-bolt and the bracket, so your socket can fit on the end without bottoming out on the bolt. That allows you to tighten it down really well. So I've got those just snug in there right now, and just basically tried to get the turbo to let's zoom in here. There you go. You can see where the little line is, where it shows where it used to be connected, and I just try to get it in the relative same place. So these stands are helpful. You can get them at like Harbor Freight for real cheap, or maybe it was Summit Racing I got those at. You can just spin this handle and they raise or lower, and they're great for holding things up. Alright, let me go hit this with another coat of paint, then let's throw the non-rusted replacement exhaust on there. Alright, there she is, all finished. Last coat's drying, and this is going to last a very long time. 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of paint, grinded any kind of rust off of there, and then patched any little spots. There's a little JB Weld patch with a little pinhole there. And let's see, there's a little JB Weld patch with 2 pinholes there. Let's see, I think, yeah, I don't know if you can see that, right there, little JB Weld patch, right. It's hard to see with a light like this. There you go, you can see the JB Weld little patch there. It's where condensation collects down at the bottom of the exhaust and eventually eats a little hole there. So all these welds up here were outstanding. These were great. Grinded everything down, painted it. Got a little dent in the exhaust here, and I think there was a little dent over here on, yeah, a little dent right there. You can't even really see it because it's black, but anyway, I'm gonna go put this on the car now. Alright, we've got that nasty old exhaust off of there, and boom, That's flat black that I painted it with, and cast aluminum. And boy, that looks way better. Unfortunately, it looks like my exhaust is brand new and the rest of the car is 30 years old. There's the new fasteners, the transition to the stainless steel downpipe, the new fasteners here, and of course up there. I don't have it bolted to the turbo yet. I'm waiting on the copper nuts to come in. But man, it's beautiful. The car is it's not even really rusted that bad up in there, and that's where all the heat is from the turbo. But man, the exhaust looks awesome now. It took me all afternoon. Started at like maybe 12:30, and a couple of trips to the parts store to get the well, one trip to get the bolts and paint the brackets, paint the exhaust, and sure does look good now though. Turn this light back on. Boy, that looks great. And these resonators, the Anza resonators, no problem with them fitting. Got plenty of clearance. Plenty of clearance. The hangers are in the exact right place on the Anza mufflers. There's the bump stop. Original bump stop is still there. And there's the original bump stop still there. And got the original bump stop still there. So I'm going to replace these hangers. See, these are sagging a little bit. This will probably, let's see if I can get some light up in there. Yeah, this will probably hang up a little higher. Yeah, let me put this hanger on there. It'll probably hang up a little higher when I'm done. But anyway, enough of that. New exhaust is complete. Here's the old one. This old rusty. I primed it up there, but this will clean up. If anybody needs an exhaust, let me know. I'll finish painting this one and you can have it for $200.